Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of The Simple Life with me, Gary Collins, your host, the creator of the great, all life-changing website, The Simple Life Now, NOW.com. Make sure to go check it out. That's where everything I do is at. Everything. And I have a whole host of things that will change your life and make it better. So go there, check it out. Also, a reminder that the podcast subscription is up. We have built the thing. It is up and running. People are becoming members and supporting this show. Remember, this stuff costs money and it doesn't grow on trees because I've said podcasts do not usually make money. That's not what they do. They're freebies and they cost you money, not you, the listener, the guy who does it, me. So, and make sure you go there. It is thesimplelifenow.com on the website. Go to podcast on the menu at the top and hit that, and you'll see membership. It's a whopping $4.99 a month. Come on, guys and gals. You spend that on coffee in the morning. Come on, help me out a little bit here. If you like the show, I'd really appreciate it because it does offset some of the costs. Like I said, this stuff's expensive the way I do it. But I like doing it. I will continue to do it until I'm broke and then it goes away. So if you didn't support it and it's no longer around, I don't know what to tell you. It sucks. That's how life works. I'll move on to something else. Trust me, you guys are great. You guys have been doing good. I get the emails, people who are looking to sign up, but make sure you go do it. Like I said, $4.99, you ain't going to miss it. It helps out. Also, with that, a lot going on. And I've been, we've got the new podcast to go check it out. Dudes on the Right. You'll hear the ads for it as well. We just got that thing up and going. So more expenses. So more reason to be a member on this one. So because I got to pay for that one too. It's not free. Again, not free. You go, what are you doing? Spreading the word. That's how important it is with everything going on today. And that's why I'm doing these episodes about sociopaths. Incredibly important. And I'd been debating going on and doing these for a while. And with that, it's just, we're in a tricky world. And the more we can identify these people, the better it is for all of us, because they're the ones who do all the damage and harm to humans, humanity, and the world. That's where it comes from. That's why I'm focusing in on it. And I plan to do more. It's a complicated subject, but if you have the basics, and it took me a long time. I have training in this. I mean, I dealt with sociopaths for decades. I mean, knowingly, and I still didn't understand them. I still didn't get it. Because here's the thing you need to realize for us good people is we have a hard time recognizing bad people. It's just part of the DNA. It's how our minds work. We have a belief in human beings. We have a belief that they're going to do the right things, and it's hard to kind of circumvent that wiring, that programming. So that's why I'm doing these. But also, forgot the videos. People have been sending me stuff. I am doing the shorts on YouTube. It is there, and they go on Rumble. I'm using both right now. So far, so good. YouTube hasn't dinged anything. So I'm kind of shocked. It was a bit of an experiment to see what would happen. Not that I support them, but that's another thing. I do not use social media, people. I do not have an Instagram account. I do not have Facebook. I do not do TikTok. This is how this show goes. I mean, I have to use things at my tool. I had the YouTube channel forever. I hadn't used it. So screw it. We're going to do these clips. They're up there. So we do little shorts of the show. You will not have access. No one will have access to the full video unless you are a member. So if you want to avoid all those, podcast hosting platforms and apps and all that, you can go to the website. You go to the website, it's there. So you'll be able to listen to it without ads. That's a benefit. You get the episodes ahead of time. So if I just me and my producer, we got 3 episodes up that are coming out the next 3 weeks or 6 episodes, whatever it is. Guess what? You get them first. You'll be able to listen to all of them right then and there, and the whole video. So you can turn the video on, listen to the sound. You can watch the video while you're working, whatever. That's why I did it this way, is you don't have to interface with anything but coming to my website, and it works on mobile as well. I have spent a ton of time and money making this website very mobile friendly. So there's no special app, no tracking, because all these apps, they track everything. So that's what I mean. I tried to make this as simple and straightforward as possible without you getting sucked into the vortex of gathering data. I don't do it. Trust me, we don't do anything. We don't do anything like that. So make sure to check it out. I know a couple little tangents there got a little off course. It happens sometimes with all this stuff going on, it's hard. And I'll be digging into that a little more in the near future. But sociopaths, holy cow, my Lord. And to recap, make sure you go back again to episode 156, where I talk about how to recognize a sociopath. I broke this up into two pieces on purpose, because first, the hard part is recognizing them. Everyone thinks it's very simple. They're in prison. They're just criminals. Negative. That is untrue. Most of the sociopaths are out amongst us. They are here. We engage them. There's a lot of times we don't even know we're engaging them. That's what I mean. There's so many. And that was one of the things with doing further research. What I'd found, I dealt with this. I was in the government for 20 years. Not only did I actually investigate sociopaths, I had them surrounded by them in the government. And that was the hard part at the end of my career that I had to come to grips with. And it was an incredible mental struggle that I went through at the end, deep. Like I said, I've talked about this many times. By the time I had reached, the 20 years and half of my life in the government, I'd almost lost all hope for humanity, because I'd realized that I was in a system that I joined, in the military and in law enforcement to do better, to do the right thing, to put bad people away, to do the righteous investigations, to fight fraud, corruption, all those things. And at the end, I realized I was being fooled. A lot of the people I was dealing with who were sociopaths were the people I worked with, primarily bosses. The worker bees, they're in there too. Trust me, they're there as well. But it was primarily in the upper echelons of the supervisors and the upper people, and way upper people. It was almost 100% in the higher levels. I mean, they were all sociopaths. I realized almost all. And I don't say that to kind of blow things out of proportion. That's not rhetoric. I mean, that's what the part that damn near broke my soul, was realizing that a lot of the upper echelon people were purely sociopaths, and that we were being run, the whole ship, the ship was being run by nut jobs and people who didn't have a conscience, people who didn't believe in the love of humanity and other people. They didn't have empathy. And this is the part where we're seeing today. And that's why I'm doing is the average person in this world doesn't understand them. I'm a pro, and I was a professional in this, and it threw me for a complete loop of understanding. And that, again, is part of our wiring. People always think that you can recognize evil when you see it. Not with sociopaths. Sociopaths are a little different, because they're just not truly rooted in evil. They are at their core. They are evil. I do believe, I'm a firm believer in good and evil, 100%. Yes, that's, biblical. Yes, I firmly believe that. I believe there are devils, angels, good people, bad people. I firmly believe in that. A lot of my experience in life has opened up my eyes. There is truly evil in this world. And so identifying them and understanding what their characteristics are, the problem is they're chameleons, like I described in 156. You will be engaged with one a lot of the time and not know it, because they're great at telling you and acting how they know you, how you interact. Like they kind of observe and understand people in a sense of manipulation. So everything's manipulative. So they're not acting in good faith. They're playing a role. They're playing a character. that's because they know that if they're themselves, you're going to run for the hills immediately. So it's this big facade. It's these smoke screens. It's this consistent lying all the time, playing a game. The whole thing's a game. And unfortunately, you're the victim in the game. And a lot of times you don't know until you're deeply entrenched and you're like, oh no. And a big problem with it, and this is the problem I had in the government at the end, is you believe that there's something wrong with you. You think that I'm broken. Why is this happening? I don't understand. Again, I had to realize that the people I was working with at the time, not all of them, I'm not using a big swatch, but there was a group of people in my agency that I was dealing with who were 100% hardcore evil sociopaths. They were non-redeemable.